Hello and welcome to a new EasyDigitals.com video tutorial. Remember, you can get all of our high-quality Photoshop and Photoshop Elements templates at EasyDigitals.com. Just click on the Products button. And don't forget to sign up for our monthly newsletter. We give away free templates and tutorials each and every month, along with product update info and coupons. Okay, Kim, what easy tutorial are you going to show us today?
Today, I'm going to show you how to do some cool blur effects for your sports photos. I created this collage using the EasyDigitals.com Urban Grunge set, and one of my customers asked me, how did you do this blur? And so I wanted to show you how to do that today. And we're going to start with our original picture. The original picture had a background that was a little bit distracting because it was so in focus and you could see the people behind watching the game. So I just wanted to make it a little bit blurred. So the first thing I did was I pull up my picture and I made a duplicate. This is my background, and I made a duplicate by dragging my layer on top of this little create a new layer box. So now I have two. I'm going to call one, I'm just going to label these so we can keep track of them. I'm going to call one spin, and I'm going to call the other one zoom. Okay, I also want to duplicate my background layer and just have an extra copy of that. It's going to go up here. I'm going to drag it up to the top, and I'm going to turn it off. For my spin background, I'm going to come up here, filter, blur, and then I'm going to come to Radial Blur, and I'm going to click on this little button that says spin, and let's try 10 and see how it looks. Okay, so that looks pretty good, but I can still kind of make out what's back here and that there's people watching the game. So this would be okay, or maybe you might want to make it a little bit more intense. So I'm going to undo that, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do filter, blur, radial blur, and let's try 17. Okay, that looks good to me. It's kind of hard to make out what's going on in the background, so I like it better. Okay, now let's come up to, this is only if you want to do a zoom blur as well. I'm going to come up to my zoom while I'm working on this, and I'm going to do filter, blur, radial blur, and I'm going to come to zoom. Now for these, you need a little bit more intense, so I'm going to do, I practiced this earlier, so I know that I like 64. This picture is a pretty high resolution, so you need to play with this and get it to how you want it to look. Okay, so I have my zoom blur, and I think that looks pretty good. So now if I turn my background layer on, you can see that I still have my regular photo. And what I want to do with this is I want to turn it back on and add a mask. And this is your mask button. And then I'm going to fill it with black. So I'm going to switch this out, put black on the top, and then I'm going to make sure this is highlighted. I'm going to do Alt backspace, and it makes this black. So really it's just basically hiding what you see here. Then you come over to your brush tool and you find a soft brush. Click back on your picture, decide how big you want it to be, and you just start brushing this with white. So you're going to make sure the white's on top until your player starts coming in. And you're just going to brush around. And for his legs and the bat, I'm going to make it smaller. And I kind of like a little bit of the blur being on him. Now if you wanted to make it a straight line, click it and then do Shift and click, and it would make a straight line blur. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and just, now I'm going to start adding back in part of my blur. So I turn it to black, and then I just come around here, and I come around to the parts where I think I took too much of it away. Right in through here. And then click my left bracket and make this smaller. And I'm just going to, swap, and I'm going to click there and then Shift and click to where I think the end of the bat is. I still have my Shift click down. And then I'm going to swap it and make this a little bit bigger and just bring a little bit of that back in, shift, because I want this to be really blurry around the back. And then so now I have this mask, and that is showing my player. And then if I decide I want spin instead of zoom, I can just turn off zoom and spin is behind it. So that's pretty easy, and it's a good way to be able to make a different background without having to extract the image and do a lot of work with that. So I think it turns out pretty nice, and it's a lot of fun. The only next steps I would do was I would crop this. Sometimes you want a little bit of space in front of your image, in front of the face of the player, and I don't want to crop out his bat, so I'm going to give about a 1/4 inch all around and a little bit of extra space in front of him, and I'm just going to crop it, and I'm pretty happy with that. So hopefully you'll enjoy using this, and you can show me some of the techniques you do with it.
Hey, that was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of our products, you can always reach us at easydigitals.com. Have yourself a creative day.